Hey everyone, it's Marissa, your Usborne book lady, and I wanted to take a minute to share some of my absolute top picks. Like, every family should have some of these forever books. And I call them forever books because they're the type of books that they're worth more than what you're going to pay for them. They're the type of books that you're going to use for years and maybe even pass down to your kids' kids, and they're that kind of book. So the first book is actually a series. So this is our illustrated series, and we have a bunch of books in this series, anything from Greek myths to Norse myths to adventure stories to Grimm's fairy tales to Aesop's fables, many, many more. There is a collection of 6 or 7 of these in together at a reduced cost. And what they are is they've got this nice cushy smushy cover, so it's kind of like a deluxe binding, and you can see that it's sort of sparkly on the front, and they've got shorter stories in them with lots of illustrations throughout. And so they're really great for reading aloud at bedtime to a preschool age kid. They're also great for independent reading at bedtime. And I specifically mention bedtime because they have natural stopping points. Unlike when you're reading a chapter book where when the chapter ends, they tend to end at a really exciting point where the kid wants to keep reading. These, the story ends and it's a natural breaking point, and it's easier for them to turn out the light and go to bed. So this is our illustrated collection, and they're beautiful. We are really well known for our nonfiction books, and we have 3 of these really big nonfiction encyclopedias. This is the World History Encyclopedia. We also have the Geography Encyclopedia and the Science Encyclopedia. These are used very commonly in homeschooling, and they're what's called internet linked. And what that means is that we have a website, usbornequicklinks.com, that you can go to, look your book up, and when the book is internet linked, that means for every page of this book, there will be at least one internet linked that has been, fact checked and checked for suitability for kids that will further what is addressed on this page. It might be a video of something that is talked about in the book, or it might be one of the photographs that they can download and print out for their project, or it might even be a game that they can play that will help them better understand Vikings, like it might be a reality type Viking game. So these are really great, the encyclopedias. There's a Mouse About the House, and there's a very similar title called A Squirrel's Tale. And the way that these work is that there's a little hole on every page that the mouse slips through. When the kid follows the path that the mouse travels, they're working on their fine motor skills. They're also learning that words move from left to right because the mouse always goes from left to right. And they're learning that we only turn one page at a time, because if they turn more than one page, the mouse is not going to be there. Also, when you lose the mouse, because what 2 or 3 or 4-year-old is going to keep track of this mouse, there's a template on the back for you to make your own mouse replacement. Same thing goes for the squirrel. When I work booths, I have grandmas that come up and see this book and say, "Oh my gosh, that was my kid's favorite book. I still have it at home." That's how long this book has been in print, and this is forever. I mean, that's for real, forever book. We have another series called this Shine a Light book, or Shine a Light series. And the way that these books work, I'm not going to be able to show you here because the lighting is not good. But I do have a video that illustrates these very well. But every book on this page, when you shine a light, or every page on this side of the book, when you shine a light behind it, it reveals a hidden picture. So let me see if I can. So you can sort of see there that it shows you the skeleton of the tree, because that's what the tree looks like in the winter when the leaves fall. They are just magical, and they're actually nonfiction, so they're really super informative but presented in this really engaging way. And there are 6 or 7 of those now. Construction Site is a really cool one. Shine a Light on the Train, Shine a Light on the Plane, Space Station, Seashore, Rainforest. They're really cool. Ted and Friends is our collection of our phonics readers. It's 12 phonics readers in one binding with a CD that reads them. And this is a really great deal because these books are available individually and they're $6.99 a piece. But when you get 12 of them in one binding, you only pay $19.99 for them and you get a CD that reads them. It's a great deal. And they have these cute little flaps that help tell the story. See, Ted is opening the door there. They're not just there to be flaps, they actually help tell the story. They're great for read-alouds as well as for kids that are just starting to read independently. Farmyard Tales is one of my top picks because this book can grow with your children from the time that they're 18 months until when they're reading independently because it is a dual reader. And what that means is that you can read just the top line and the story will still make sense. And the top line is also a first grade reading level. So I have another video that talks more in detail about Farmyard Tales that I can link you to if you're interested in learning more about what a dual reader is and what that can do for your family. But this book is a fantastic pick. And then finally, I cannot make this video without talking about our flap books because just the act of opening up a flap to read it adds a tactile element that helps kids retain that information more. So flap books are not just fun, they actually really do help retention and help kids learn. So we have a lot of flap books. I'm just going to show you our 3 most popular series for different age levels. So this is the Peek Inside series. We have several books in this series, and this is for toddlers and preschoolers. Has nice big flaps, and as you can see, it has less text so that it's more appropriate for younger kids. This is the Look Inside series. This is for ages 3 to 5, so preschool age, and it has more text than Peek Inside, more flaps, but it's still not quite as much information as the See Inside series, which is designed for ages 6 and up, so it's school age. And as you can see, the illustrations are more detailed, there are more flaps per page, and the content is going to be higher level too. So this one is See Inside Exploration and Discovery, there's Weather and Climate, there's See Inside How Things Work, See Inside Your Body, there's a space one, See Inside the Universe I think is what it's called. So those are our flap books. So any of these books that you would pick, they would grow with your children and they would be fantastic picks for the long term they would be great long-term book picks for your family. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask back on the event page if you're here with a Facebook party. If you liked this video, please follow me on YouTube. Please like my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/booksbymarisa, and please join my VIP page on Facebook. I'll put a link to it in the comments. And you can find all of these books and more on my website, www.booksbymarisa.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.